Hello and welcome back to the third part of this assembly video series of the C-clamp. So in this final video we'll be learning how to put together our assemble our parts and make some mates and relations that will actually allow us to thread and screw and unscrew our parts. So what I'm going to do, so since I already made, this is my second time making it, I'm just going to make another assembly. And I am going to start off by inserting some parts. And it's going to be from Part Studio 2. And I can start out with the block here. And then I'll put in the cap and a screw over here. Check it off. And now I am going to, I'm just going to line this up with the origin. Not like I have to, but it's just a good habit to get into. So if I click on my front face here, I'm going to click and move this, the triad down to this middle point, and then I'm going to right click on that and move to origin. So then it moves my part to the origin, and then I'm going to actually fix it here. So fix. So now the reason why you want to fix your part is so that you can actually it won't move when you're doing things with your other parts. So when I'm screwing this into here, this isn't going to want to move on me. So the next thing I want to do is I'm going to make a Fasten Mate with the cap here to the bottom. So if I look at the top, and I always like to kind of orient them in a way that is somewhat close. So the computer's doing less thinking about where the parts are going to line up and stuff. So that's good enough. And then I'm going to click on this Fasten Mate here, and I'm going to click on there, and then here, and then check it off. And so now once I have this, if I move this around, notice the cap goes with it. So in a real life scenario, right, you wouldn't do this first. You would do this after you have it in here, right? You would screw this part in, and then you would install the cap on. But this isn't real life, right? So we can kind of do what we want. And so now I am going to add a cylindrical mate on this. So it's going to allow it to revolve and move back and forth. Oop, let's not do that. So again, I'm just going to move this in a way that gets me lined up with what I'm trying to do here. And now I'll do that cylindrical mate. Check it off. Actually, might have been a different. Let me just check. No, it was a cylindrical. And aha, that's how I did it. Okay. So rather than choosing screws, I'm gonna choose this portion, and then this center portion in there. Okay. Now we should be able to, yep. All right, cool. And what we can do also is put a limit on it. And I'm going to say the minimum is 0 and the maximum is 2. Or was it 2.5? Yeah. Check it off, and then we should be able to slide it. Oop, that's a little bit too far. So edit that, and then the max can be a 2. We'll try that. Yep. Maybe a little bit more. 2.25. And that looks good. Actually, it's still a little bit off. 2.1. Alright, that looks good. Good enough. Okay, so now once you have the cylindrical mate, you're going to choose screw relation. And the mate that you're going to choose, right, is this cylindrical mate. And so distance per revolution. So if you remember, right, that's also the pitch, right? So 1 revolution is going to be 1/16 of an inch. So we're actually going to put that in. You can put in 1/16. And then check it off. And now, if we actually go around, you'll be actually moving the screw. So, and you can just click and drag it also, and it'll move around. So that's kind of the idea behind adding some relations, and yeah, so that's how we assemble this C-clamp and add some cool relations on it, so it gives it a more realistic sort of view and feel of the object. So good luck with everything, and congratulations if you've gotten this far and you've started adding the relations and mates. Good work.